Hey guys, it's Gaz. Welcome to the Warframe video. So, welcome to the fourth week of Nightwave tips and tricks for this season. It actually feels like it's been more than like 2 or 3 weeks, but I guess not. So, what we've got in store for us this week, if you are to do all these challenges and are like on top of all your stuff, you get an Arlo statue, Working Reactor, 50 Emissary creds, and 20k Kuva. So we still got like 3 weeks pretty much till we get to the good start getting to the good stuff. We're gonna get the Spore Ephemera. But right after the Spore Ephemera is Exposing Harpoon, guys. So if you are feeling like these rewards are not super enticing right now, like I kind of am, don't worry, just keep grinding the way. There's this two-handed Infested Katana skin at level 22, and like honestly some of this stuff will probably be pretty useful. Okay, so let's go over these challenges. First weekly, complete 5 different bounties in the Plains of Eidolon. Those need to be different named bounties, guys, so be careful, don't waste your time. I accidentally wasted my time. Last time this challenge was here and I did the same bounty multiple times. It was not the right thing to do because they've changed it. Invader, complete 9 invasion missions of any type. That's pretty straightforward. Let's see this fist icon. Go to your navigation, click the fist icon. That's where the invasion missions are. You can do like any type of them. Operative, complete 3 spy missions. Pretty straightforward there. You can farm Ivara or Haro if you want to. Protector, complete 3 mobile defense missions. Super straightforward, just do the missions, guys. Test subject, complete 8 zones of Sanctuary Onslaught. Normal Sanctuary Onslaught, guys, not Elite Sanctuary Onslaught. The boring one you can get Korra from. Night Terror, complete 10 nightmare missions of any type. If you don't know what a nightmare mission is, you unlock it by completing every mission on a certain planet at least once. Nightmare missions will be unlocked to you once every 8 hours on that planet. And the final challenge is the Profit Taker. Just kill the Profit Taker. Sounds pretty easy, right? Well, you might not be high enough rank to do it, unfortunately. Let's go over these cred offerings. We got the Evergreen stuff. We got some okay helmets. I like the Equinox Klistert helmet. Also, I like the Loki Swindle helmet, the Titania Ori helmet, very nice. Inaros Anubis helmet. This is probably the best helmet you can get out of all of Nightwave, in my opinion, besides possibly the Wisp helmet. The Wisp helmet and this one are probably in contention for the best DE-made alternative helmets, in my personal opinion. If you guys have a personal favorite D-created helmet that is not the Anubis helmet or the Wisp Goth helmet, let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear it. I think those are probably the best choices, honestly. Let's go over these aura mods we got. We got Rifle Amp, Speed Holster, Deadeye, and Steel Charge. Honestly, guys, these are all worth getting in my personal opinion, although I basically never use Rifle Amp, and Speed Holster is basically just like for jokes. It can be useful in extremely niche situations, guys, but yeah, I'm not going to say it's for everybody at all. Deadeye, you can use this in Eidolon fights. So the way stacking corrosive projection works is you actually want to get rid of like 99% of the Eidolon's armor, but leave a little bit left so you can get the radiation damage bonus from a radiation sniper rifle while he still has a little bit of armor. So you do basically 3 corrosive projections and then 1 Deadeye, and you get some crazy damage, guys. On Steel Charge, this gives you 18 additional mod points if you put it into the correct aura modded polarity slot. This thing is amazing for Umbra builds. This thing is this mod specifically, it's probably one of the best aura mods in the game, guys, and I definitely would recommend it. Like if you like playing Valkyr, this is really good for Valkyr, really good for Wukong Prime. If you got Wukong Prime recently, dude, you better buy this. If you have Wukong Prime and you don't own this mod, we're gonna have a talk, okay? Because this is essential for Wukong Prime. Some people would definitely prefer to put corrosive projection on there, but for me personally, I love this on Wukong Prime. I would probably never format that off. Although my Wukong Prime does have an aura polarity, so I can put any polarity mod I want in there. That's a aura mod. And we got the Plasma Sword and the Heat Dagger as the Mastery Fodder weapons for this week. So yeah, guys, that's going to be it. For now, we're going to go over a little bit more in-depth here on how you're going to do some of these challenges. So if that's all you're here for, peace out, guys. I hope you have a nice weekend, and thanks for checking out the channel as always. So let's go over the first weekly challenge here. So complete 5 different bounties in the Plains of Eidolon. So basically, guys, I'm going to recommend that you go to these different Kanzu huts. Here's a map of them that was on the wiki. Thank you so much, whoever made this map. It honestly is a really well-made map. So these tents you're seeing out here that are circled in the red, those are places you can pick up bounties in the plains. So you can grab the one from Kanzu in Cetus, like grab the low-level one. The low-level one is the one I recommend because it has the lowest amount of bounty steps, guys. You can do them as the fastest as possible, and you'll be able to complete this Nightwave week a lot faster, because unfortunately, there is a lot of gameplay time in this week of Nightwave challenges, guys. You can't really knock them out. Like, I'm going to say this is probably like 3 hours of gameplay. I didn't really like add it up, but I want to say this is about 3 hours of gameplay if you have it all unlocked already. If you don't have the Profit Taker unlocked, this can take a lot of time to get this week's challenges done, guys. So pretty much, you know, the idea here is you grab the lowest level bounty in every Kanzu hut that you can. But keep in mind, if the low-level bounty has the same name as another low-level bounty in another tent, do not grab that one. So for example, if I was to grab the bounty named Call the Enemy at the Kanzu tent right by the door, and then I went to another Kanzu hut after I completed that bounty and tried to grab the low-level Call the Enemy again, that would not work. Make sure it's a different name. If it's called Call the Enemy the first time, make sure it's like Capture the Grineer Commander for the second one, guys. That is going to take a little bit of remembering, and honestly, you might end up wasting a little bit of time like I did last time trying to figure this stuff out. So maybe if you want to, try the level 2 version just to be safe after you've done like 2 or 3 of the low-level versions, the 3 steps. I think the 4 steps aren't really too bad, honestly. So that's the first one, guys, a little bit in-depth for you. Let's go to level 2. So I got a really good tip for you guys on this one, guys, the Invader. So what we're going to do here is we're actually going to try to combine 4 different challenges into the same one here. So basically not combine them, but like cross progress them. So all the ones in these red boxes right here, guys, you can cross progress these challenges, and it makes this week a lot more manageable. You're not going to be having to waste a bunch of time in mobile defense. Well, you still will. Never mind. You have to waste time in mobile defense, the longest game mode that is non-endless in the game. But yeah, you can actually just do the invasion mobile defense missions or do nightmare mobile defense missions, which are going to be pretty hard, to be honest, for most players. But that will let you get two challenges at the same time. Same thing with the spy missions. If you don't really want to farm for Ivara or Haro this week, you can just do the cross progression. And I'm going to show you quickly what I mean here, guys. So you go to, so like as I said, unlocking nightmare missions, you have to beat every mission on the planet at least once. So for example, I beat every mission on Mercury at least once, guys, and there's this like nightmare logo on this mission right here. That mission is a nightmare mission. So if you can get lucky, it's a random mission on the planet that will become a nightmare mission. So for example, I have Vor, Captain Vor, the boss fight, the first boss fight in the game. I have a nightmare version of him where he will be harder to fight, and there's more like there's like a modifier where something will happen. So basically, that would not be a cross-progression one right there. I could still run that because that's a really fast mission for the Nightmare Challenges progression. But honestly, like if you want to cross-progress on both of them, you can just keep going around. So we got defense there. That would not be cross-progression. It is completely luck of the draw here, guys. Exterminate, not going to help us. So yeah, that can potentially help you. So here, right here, we could do this one. This would give us progress on 2 challenges at once, guys. Mobile defense, no shield mode. That's probably going to be a pretty hard mission. I definitely would recommend putting public matchmaking on for that one, or doing it with a squad from maybe recruiting chat or whatever you want to do, because those enemies hit pretty hard in nightmare mode, and it can be a little bit scary sometimes. Okay, so that's just a tip for all 4 of those challenges at once, pretty much. So yeah, you can definitely get those done a lot faster if you combine them. And then for Sanctuary Onslaught, if you didn't know how to unlock Sanctuary Onslaught, you need to do the new Strange quest and then talk to Cephalon Samaris on the 2nd floor in the relays, or I think it's in the basement of the newer relays. They flip some stuff around. But it's basically a big orange guy who gets up in your face, and you need to just talk to him, even though he's really awkward and just gets up in your face, and say, I want to run Sanctuary Onslaught after you complete the new Strange quest. And it's basically a good place for leveling up weapons and frames. The normal Sanctuary Onslaught is. Elite Sanctuary Onslaught is much higher level enemies, and that's amazing for leveling up weapons, but you need to have a level 30 Warframe equipped to go into there. So you cannot level up frames in Elite Sanctuary Onslaught. But basically, the way this game mode works, guys, is you need to just be like killing enemies extremely quickly, or as quickly as you can, and it will keep a progression bar up. And if that bar gets to 0, the mission ends. But if you can keep it high enough for long enough, like 2.5 minutes per wave, it will spawn a portal to the next area, and you can keep progressing. So you need to spawn. You don't need to do consecutive zones. So if you're having a hard time killing the enemies extremely quickly, you can just do like the first or second wave, and then just dip out, and then you can just keep progressing this one. You'll see the progress bar go up as you clear these waves. Okay, so pretty simple, that one right there. Night Terror, we did go over this. Just try to combine these 4 challenges together, guys. Maybe do an invasion spy mission, do a nightmare mobile defense. Up to you, up to you. If you want to just like directly grind it, like we had just shown in the video as well. Like don't feel like you can't like just do the easy nightmare missions as well. Like there's no rush. If you don't want to cross progress, you can do Nightmare Vor. The mission's gonna take you less than 5 minutes probably, so that would be a pretty quick one there. But you need to do 10 of them. So if a nightmare mission's taking me 5 minutes to complete, and I have to do 10 of them, that's basically 50 minutes of gameplay in an extremely ideal situation, guys. So that's what I was saying. This is actually a lot of gameplay time this week to complete this stuff. Like every wave of Sanctuary Onslaught, 2.5 minutes. You got 8 of those. That's like 30 minutes right there, guys. So that's like an hour and a half of gameplay right here between these two. But yeah, final Elite Weekly, Profit Taker. I have actually a graphic for this one. Sorry if it's super bright. I didn't change the color of it. So for this one, guys, the Profit Taker is actually locked behind Old Mate, aka like rank 5 with Solaris United. So I put Vox Solaris on the screen. That's not the correct thing. You need to be Old Mate with Solaris United. So basically the main Fortuna people, not the back alley people who trade you some shady Magus lockdowns that might be pretty OP, but you don't tell anybody about it. It's okay. Yeah, you need to get to rank 5 with them, do bounties over the week, turn in debt bonds, get your rep up, and then eventually when you get to the max rank, you can fight the Profit Taker, the big spider robot that's on top of the enrichment labs. Okay, so let's keep going over this. You cannot be taxied to this mission, so you do need to be rank 5 with Solaris United to do this, guys. But if you can't do it immediately, don't feel bad. There is a new catch-up mechanic, so if you honestly, you don't need to do every challenge for the entire season of Nightwave to get to rank 30. That is not necessary. I think they're shooting for 65% of challenges to be completed to get the max rank in Nightwave. So don't sweat over this one too much. This should be very easy if you do have access to the Profit Taker, because you can just, once you get access to the mission, you can just put on public matchmaking. Somebody might just like not one shot the boss, but like do like a 100% of the damage. Like you literally can just get carried in Profit Taker very easily if the right people are in matchmaking. But if you don't want to get carried, which is completely understandable, some of the top Profit Taker gear, in my opinion, is the Rubico Prime, kit guns, Tombfinger kit gun, and the Ketchmoon kit gun, in my personal opinion. Redeemer Prime, pretty good, and then Exodia Contagion Arcane can be pretty nice, although that one's a little bit more annoying to use because it's got self-damage and you have to do like aim glides and all this weird stuff. Additionally, like the Fulman is pretty good from what I've seen as well. I haven't actually used the Fulman for Profit Taker before, but I might want to try that out. And then some of the top frames are Chroma, Anaros, Octavia, Oberon. There's also more. I got some Profit Taker videos on the channel, but if you guys are watching any of my Profit Taker videos, keep in mind that those videos came out like the first couple days the Profit Taker was released. So yeah, that was like some initial stuff on there, and I probably would put Anaros in the top 10, to be honest, looking back at it. He's just so easy to play. Like I don't even use my abilities on Anaros, honestly. And like as I mentioned, matchmaking is available once you've unlocked it. And yeah, that is it for the challenges this week, guys. I hope that you found this video helpful. This is my second video today. I'm actually doing 2 Twitch streams today as well. It should be a pretty fun day, and we're not even done yet. Additionally, guys, I bought a quartz ribbon, I think they're called. What are those things called? This gun is called the Quats. I bought a quartz ribbon today for 1,000 plat. I said, you know what, whatever. I'm so bored that I'm just gonna buy a ribbon for this thing. I don't have any use for this plat. Might as well just start spending it. So yeah, I'm probably gonna do a ribbon version of the Quats in the future once I get a better roll on this ribbon. We have 158% multi-shot, 57.7 damage to Grenier, and minus 62% slash. The minus slash makes it so we're more likely to proc our corrosive, thankfully, but unfortunately this is really not the roll I'm looking for. This is basically just for like Kuva survival right now, as far as I'm concerned. That multi-shot's really not doing much for us. It does get us over 300% multi-shot, which is nice, But yeah, it's besides the point. Probably be farming this a little bit more later, but I will talk to you guys in the next video. And thank you so much for watching it and having a good time, hopefully, with Nightwave. Take it easy, guys. Peace.